So, to make the conversation potentially contentious, Mushoku Tensei, let's go. I will say it's my problematic fave. I will 100% acknowledge that.
I will acknowledge one of the things I appreciated about it that I hadn't really seen tackled in any other sort of an isekai is that a lot of the time, well, I wouldn't say always a lot of the time, I'd say maybe 50% of the time, the person that gets teleported into this other world in the previous life is a loser.
Yeah.
Shut in, a loser, something like that. But in this one, he is remembering stuff from his previous life. He's remembering the trauma he went through that made him into this shut-in.
Yeah.
And then that trauma has carried over with him into this next life. I remember, was it like the 4th or 5th episode or something like that, where they're like, "Oh, well, we got to go out to the field to practice this thing." He's just like, out.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not going out the door.
What's fucking wrong with you?"
Yeah,
outside. We can do it in the yard. We can do it in the yard. She's like, "No, we need to go." And he's like, "I can't do that."
He's like, I can't leave my home. What are you talking about?
I cannot. And then you see the flashbacks and stuff that he has, and all this trauma he has that's been instilled into him, and it's just he is, the kid of essentially the well-respected kind of, not quite a lord, but kind of the knight of the village.
Yeah.
And he's a very well-respected family. He's the kid that he's not really done anything. No reason for people to dislike him, but he is still so sure that he's gonna walk out and people are gonna be throwing stones, laughing at him, all of this stuff. And there's other times where it's just he's trying to do something, or he's thinking one way because of this trauma he still holds from his previous life.
Yeah.
And in that sense, I thought that was well done, and I liked that.
Yeah, there's, I think, kind of in a similar fashion to Overlord and Log Horizon, the world around Rudius is very interesting. They do they go out of their way most of the time to be like, "Hey, listen, this world is totally existing, and Rudy doesn't really mean a whole lot to it. The Demon Continents is a whole thing. People don't really know what it's about." And you kind of get that, with Paul a little later on being like, "How dare Rudius come back and be like, I was having fun," and his friend's like, "Bro, the Demon Continent's fucking for real." He's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Have you been?" He's like, "Well, no." It's like, "Yeah."
No, yeah. It's yeah, I've been there. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's bro, it's a desert with monsters. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, and it's if it was so bad, why was he talking so much? And it's maybe because he saw his dad disheveled and drunk as shit and stuff like that, and didn't want to make him worry anymore, and was trying to play off all of the struggles he had, and he was just like, "Oh, am I a bad dad?"
Oh shit!
It's just
yes,
you are 100%. You're a shit dad and a shit husband, but we're not trying to get into that.
To both your kids,
yeah,
all three of them actually.
Yeah,
you cheated on your pregnant wife.
They do a really Rudius definitely. I think he gets treated very uniquely in the whole character of any kind of anime in general, but them going out of their way to be like, "Hey, listen, there is a very good reason that he does not want to go outside, or that he's very standoffish with people, or has this kind of weird moral question to be a hero because he feels like he has to make up for past failures." I mean, there's a lot of parts of Rudius that are this doesn't really need to be here, but everyone else has that kind of similar level, at least the important people. Paul is a good example of this. It's Paul is this grade A swordsman. I can't remember, Sword King or whatever the fuck the designation is, but well respected, supposed to be.
He was below. What was her name?
Oh, Ghislaine. Yeah, she was Sword God, and he was a sword
God.
King or whatever. Because she was way fucking cooler than he was with a sword. She straight chopped some people in half. It was crazy.
No time flat.
Yeah, just fucking weird rainbow light spectacle thing. Just like these guys are half like good job being traumatized again, Rudy, as you got to see that. But yeah, like no one in this world feels like a good person. Like they feel like this is a real, like they feel like this is what a pretty shitty person in this world's supposed to be, but they have good qualities. Because like when he goes to the other gray rat house, like where he meets Eris and starts tutoring and stuff, even like these like lords and stuff who are supposed to be upper crust, all kind of some fucking weird people. Like the whole like animal butlers, and then like Eris's dad is like, hey, do you want to marry Eris? And he's like, bro, I'm like 9. And he's like, but listen, I'll do it. And he's like, this feels kind of sketchy, but then he's like, I'm into it. It's really weird, but
it won't
like,
always be 9.
Even like what the fuck is what his teacher's name? I can't remember what her name is. Blue-haired mage lady. I can't remember.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
His teacher?
Yeah. I thought it started with an R, but I don't think that's right. But anyway, like even her is a fairly kind of minor but reoccurring character, gets at least like an episode or two to be like, oh, she's kind of this freak outcast from her village who doesn't read minds. Roxy, yeah, there you go. So she feels alienated, which is why she's like one of the few demon people existing in this world, like open around humans and shit.
She's also super old, but looks like she's 12.
Yeah. But like that kind of gives reason for Rudius to be like, oh, I kind of want to learn the Beastman language and the demon language, and like has help from Roxy's. Like every decision that gets made feels like it has at least some kind of thought put into it. I'm hoping, as like, especially with the way the second season or second part, whatever, ended with Rudius and Eris, that Rudius is like, I don't trust anyone anymore. I'm going off, like, as a side note, he could have at least helped the like people in the tent city that were like, hey, can you help us dig a ditch? Like, it would take you like no time. But he's like,
and he was just like, no, I'm sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna sulk. And then he's like, I'm gonna go on an adventure to find my mom. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna be sad anymore. It's like, you're gonna help us because we have a lot. It's like, no, I'm gonna go find my mom.
I'm leaving. That's why I'm happy.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, Rudy, is you asshole? Like,